Hey Alan, how's it going? This is Ashley. I'm making this video on behalf of Lee, and ultimately I'm going to go over some keywords in this video. I'm going to show you the type of volume that they're getting, and that's just to give you an idea of how much more business opportunity is out there for you and your business. I am going to show you what and how you can benefit from having a custom built website, and once you're finished watching this video, reach out and we can take it from there. So as of right now, you do not have a website, so we're going to go over this website as if it's yours. Now this is our client's website out in Los Angeles. This is a website, of course, that Lee built, so I guess you can kind of get an idea of the beautiful websites that he builds as well. So that helps. Now, first things first, when it comes to a website, it's all about how user-friendly it is, how easy it is to navigate, and to cater to different types of people coming to your site. Now, what I mean when I say that is when somebody comes to your website, they do not want to have to read and click throughout your site just to figure out what services you're offering, let alone what areas you're offering them in. So we want all that information listed right from the beginning of your site and what we call the header. So for you, we'd have in a drop-down menu all the different services that you're offering and all the different areas and locations that you're willing to travel to. That way, when they come to your site, there's no guessing game. They don't have to figure out where you're coming, if you're local to them or not, or if you're, if you offer the services that they're looking to get. No, there's no guessing game. Now, you hear me say user-friendly a lot, and that's because having a user-friendly website is key. If you don't, you can miss out on business. So the next thing I'm going to go over is this form submission here and this click to call phone number. So when somebody comes to your site, certain people are doing certain things, different things. Some people, they're coming to click on this number, talk to you on the phone, and that's it. Other people, they don't want to talk on the phone. They might be at work, whatever the case may be. They might much rather fill out a form submission. So we need to make sure that we have multiple ways for people to get a hold of you for your services. Now, the thing with the click to call phone number and the form submission is they are both great for client conversion. Let's say you just had a regular phone number on here where it wasn't click to call, they had to memorize it or they had to copy it. Someone comes on your site and they see that and they're like, oh, I don't want to have to memorize that, or oh, I don't know how to copy that, I'm going to the next guy. Same thing with the form submission. If you don't have that option, somebody comes to your site, next thing you know, they're like, oh, where's the form submission? Well, I'm going to the next guy. Now you're missing out on business because your site isn't user friendly. So we want all that stuff listed right at the beginning of your site. Now, the next thing I'm going to go over is content. So the more content you have, the better, because Google can only read. So it's literally considered king in the eyes of Google. Now, in order to be considered an authority in the eyes of Google, you need at least 1,500 to 2,000 words, and that's not any old content. That's professionally written, keyword-rich, authoritative content, and what that means is when we start working together, we'll go do competitive keyword research. Based on that research, we'll go and find the keywords that we know are going to bring you business. We send them out to our professional content writers, and what they do is they strategically embed those keywords throughout the content that they are writing about you, about your business, about the amazing services that you're offering, so on and so forth. And I'll show you those keywords here in a little bit, but those keywords are so important because those keywords are what people are typing in Google to find you. And obviously, if you don't have those keywords on your website, nobody's going to find you. So scrolling through, I'm going to go over your competition here in a little bit, but I just want to finish going over this site with you just to, again, give you an idea of the sites that we build. So scrolling over, all the H1, H2, H3 headings are done, saved correctly. All the pictures are saved correctly because they also count as content. You do it once and you never have to do it again. You just continuously add to it as your business grows. Or if there's a picture where you're like, oh, I don't like that picture anymore, I got got a new one, you replace it. As simple as that. You know, all these are social media ads that I've created that he has cycling through, all the different customer reviews that populate on here, beautiful pictures, beautiful website that's completely customized and catered to the business and the business owner, what the business owner wants. The heat sensor map to show all of his completed jobs and where he's been. Just absolutely beautiful site. You know, our websites are built to rank. They are built to bring business. They are built correctly from the start down to what platform they are built on. So speaking of your competition, as I was down here, coming over here, I did a general search, and these guys are your competition. Now, I'm going to show you how to beat them out, but if we take a look at their site, it's nothing crazy. I already was looking at this earlier. They have a click-to-call phone number. They have the services, but it's not in a drop-down menu. You know, they do have some key elements that Google's looking for, but they're also lacking a lot, and their ranking directly reflects that, and I'll show you their strength here in a little bit. But these guys are not going to be hard to beat. I'm not worried about them at all. Once we go and we do what we need to do with your site, we get the right amount of content, so on and so forth, we'll be beating these guys out in no time. But to come back here, I want to break down Google for you to give you a better idea. So based on this search that I did, the first thing that comes up is the Google guaranteed ads. Now, I'm not sure if you're aware of them, but in case not, basically Google would guarantee the job up to a certain percentage in terms of money. Now, the conversion rate for these are pretty high, and that's good for you because when somebody's calling you, they're more prone to actually making a purchase. Now, a lot of our clients run these ads and they have great success from them, and if you were interested in running these ads, we would have to do a little bit of research to make sure you're actually going to obviously benefit from them, because we obviously don't want you losing money. Now, this next section here is the Google My Business section, and it's a very important section to be in, as are any of these sections on the first page of Google. So I don't see your name, and that's obviously a problem because some people, when they come to Google, they're strictly coming to this area and this area alone, so you're missing out on all this business. So what we want to do is, first of all, if you don't have a GMB listing, we want to go in and definitely get one created professionally and correctly. And if you do have one, we definitely want to go in and optimize it, make sure it's all professionally filled out, all your services, hours of operation, all your different service areas are all filled out, so on and so forth. Now, there's a lot that goes in this area to get ranked in here, but it is a very important to show up in. So what it takes to get in this area are citations, geotagged pictures, posting on your GMB listing weekly. Again, there's a lot that goes into it. So what we'd want to do to get you in this area is go find out all the citations these guys are listed in, go list you in all of those on top of 200 to 300 more. Whatever your competitors had to do, we're going to have to do the same exact thing and then some, because we obviously want to beat out your competition, right? And so if you think of this, this is all one big puzzle. Everything that I'm explaining are all pieces to the puzzle, and each of those pieces are very, very important. So going on down to this next section of Google, it's the organic section. It's the last section I'll go over. It directly deals with your website. Again, you're not going to show up in this section, obviously, because you don't have a website, but this is where you want to show up. And to do that, we need to beat out your competition in every aspect possible. And how we do that is we come to a paid resource I pay monthly for, and we're currently looking at these guys' stats, their back end of their website. So the UR is how trustworthy or legit Google looks at their site. This number goes all the way up to 100. They are rated a 0. That tells me Google does not look at them as trustworthy. Google does not look at them as legit. For whatever reason that may be, there's many different reasons, but Google does not look at them as strong or as really as a competitor, honestly, even though they are. So looking at their backlinks, they have 38 backlinks, but the rating of them are only a 0.3. Again, this number goes all the way up to a 100. They don't even have a full point for the backlinks that they do have. Now that tells me their backlinks are spammy, they're weak, they're not relevant, and these backlinks can honestly be hurting them. We want the most relevant backlinks for the most effectiveness. Now, even with their stats not being the greatest at all, look at the amount of traffic that they're bringing in per month. That's a per month number, Alan. That's 247 people going to their website each month. That's all business you could be getting that you're missing out on. Now, not to mention, this is just one of your competitors. If I were to go to Google, type roofers in Marietta, or just roofer Marietta, or roofing company Marietta, or roofing in any other area that you service, you have completely different competitors. That's why we need to get you on this first page for all those different keywords that you want to be found for. That way you have the highest chance to have more people go to your site. So coming back over to these guys, looking at their traffic, I'm going to show you exactly where they're getting their traffic from and what keywords they're getting their traffic from. So they're getting their most traffic off from Marietta Roofing. So 150 people are going in Google typing Marietta Roofing per month, and 52 of them are going to their site directly. I was scrolling through and looking at all the different possibilities there are in your area, and there is so much potential, Alan. It's literally insane. And I want to show you some of them. So 100 people going to Google per month typing roofing Marietta GA. 50 people, 40, 30, 20. That's just one that I was searching up. Here's another of your competitor. 150, 190, 70, 100. You get the idea and you get the point. This is literally just one of your competitors. There are many, many more, and this is where I was talking about earlier that we'd have to do competitive keyword research and send them out to the professional content writers. And these keywords are what we strategically embed throughout this content. Now, it's not as simple as just having these keywords in your content. We need to add power to those keywords so they start gaining positions. 1 through 10 is the first page of Google, 10 through 20 second page, so on and so forth. So we definitely have a lot of potential for you. There is so much volume in your area, and I hope you enjoyed this video. It literally just takes you wanting to take your business to the next level in order to get you there, because we take care of the rest. You know, as of right now, think of it as you getting 0 traffic because you don't have a website, versus right off the bat 247 off one of your competitors. That's great, just off one alone. So yeah, reach out. We'll be waiting, and I hope you enjoyed. See you later, Alan.